Hey y'all, happy Tuesday, happy election day. Okay. By the time this comes out, maybe we'll already know who our new president is. But that's besides the point. So the main point of this video is to just give you guys an update. This is like a fresh update. Like I literally just got this update like 2 minutes ago. So I was like, all right, let me let these guys know what's going on. So I believe my last video, I told you guys that I was submitting the preceptor's information for approval, or first it had to be confirmed, like verified that she actually does have a affiliation with the school. And then like next would come the next step. So like I submitted everything October 16th and I hadn't heard from the school in a while. And I'm like, I mean, when they denied my last preceptor, like, that I was telling you guys about, it only took 3 days for them to be like, oh, we can't approve it until there's a professional email. So I'm like, all right, why, when it's someone who's actually on the affiliation list, why are they taking so long? So like last week, I started sending the Practicum support people emails like, hey, I sent my information for a preceptor and site on the 16th of October. I haven't heard anything yet. And the person from Practicum support was like, which site are you talking about? And I'm looking like, I said on the 16th of October. The last one that I said was August like 4th or something that you guys denied. Obviously, I'm trying to follow up on the like current one. But anyways, so I was like, yeah, the most recent one that I submitted on October 16th. And then the person never got back to me. Next day, I sent another email like, hey, just want to follow up again on when the site would be confirmed, because the steps with the Practicum process for Capella is like so confusing. Literally all the Facebook groups that I follow right now, everyone's just like, I don't understand this about Practicum. I don't understand this about Practicum. I don't know what to do with Practicum. It's like so many steps that I feel like I said in the last video, they need to make a lot clearer. But first you start off by putting in an agreement intake form where you talk about the site and the preceptor and if they're on the affiliation list, and then you submit that first. After that, they verify or confirm that the person is actually on the affiliation list. If not, then I think they create an affiliation agreement, and once they approve that, then you submit the rest of the documents. So there's a site prospector form, there's an acknowledgement form. You have to submit your student liability insurance, your resume, your MSN proposal plan. So that's where you talk about like what your idea for capstone is. You submit all of that. And then once you submit all of that, you put ready for approval. And then if everything is good, then they finally approve it and you're good to go. So I was still stuck in the first step and I'm like, yo, what's taking them so long? So yesterday I was like, you know what? There's different coordinators for the Practicum support. So I'm like, all right, it was a different person who I emailed last week from the person who denied the last person. So I'm like, all right, let me send the email to the person who denied like my first potential preceptor and see if she responds. So I sent her an email yesterday, like saying the same thing, like, hey, I sent an email last week. I sent 2 emails last week. No one gave me an update. I submitted my new preceptor on October 16th. Still haven't heard back. It's almost a month. I just wanted an update. So literally like 30 minutes ago, someone responded from that. It was a guy. It was like different from the person. It was like, sorry for the delay. I will send the approval right away and you'll get another email in the afternoon about the next steps. Child, let me tell you, it only took 2 minutes. Got the next email. It was like, congratulations. The first step is complete. Your preceptor and site has been verified. Now you complete the next steps for approval. So y'all, we making progress. Listen, this is such a roller coaster. Like, I'm telling you, these last couple of weeks, like people have been posting on the Facebook groups talking about like, preceptors getting denied, preceptors scamming them. And that's one thing I want to say, because I'm like, do not get scammed by like preceptors. Like I've had it where someone, I think I mentioned in the last video, where someone was like, hey, you have to send me all the money, like $500, $600, $700 before you can even submit my information. Do not do that. If someone's doing that, like, that's a scam, because that's what people were posting in the Facebook groups, that they sent money to like a specific preceptor. It was like the same preceptor, and like turns out they got denied and they weren't getting refunded, so they just gave away $500. No, it was $600. So the person made like, you know, $1,200, not even have to precept the people, not even having them approved. So I'm like, be smart. If you guys are in Capella, be smart when you're looking for preceptors, because some people, unfortunately, are not always honest, whether they're an NP or not, like, or whatever, like a MSN or whatever. That doesn't automatically mean they're honest. So, you know, use your common sense. Do not give someone money before they're even approved. Like, that literally doesn't make any sense. Do not give money before they're approved. But that's besides the point. So yeah, so now I'm going to fill out the rest of my information. As you can see, I got the Practicum support stuff on. Not Practicum support, but the Practicum site open. So I'm going to submit like the rest of my paperwork and hopefully get this thing approved. Currently, I think I told you guys I'm in the 2 classes. Was it Leadership for the Future or something like that? It's like the second to last, or like last class before Practicum. And then also I'm in Advanced Finance and Operations Management. So trying to finish up the leadership class by next week, hopefully, because you can have, there's a debate, not a debate, but a recent change maybe. But as far as I have been aware from other people who've been posting for like months and a year, you can't have a class open while having capstone open. So my plan is to finish up the leadership class first by next week, so that hopefully if capstone, like all my information is approved, I could start ASAP. Someone did post in the Facebook group that they heard from, I don't know if it was their advisor or from Practicum people, that Capella now only wants capstone to be open by itself. I don't know how true it is, so I'ma still, like, you know, finish up my leadership class, and my goal is to have the finance class and capstone open at the same time. If that's not possible, then I'm gonna have to try to finish up the finance class as soon as possible. But yeah, that's my update, y'all. So we are making progress. Your girl is almost at the finish line. I feel like I said that in almost every video, but like, y'all, I'm ready to get out this school, because they playing. There's a lot going on. Like, they try to get people to stay, okay? They're like, pay for another billing period. We want your money. But yeah, that's my update, guys. So I will catch you in the next one. Peace. I don't know if I showed you guys how core ELMS is, but this is where we basically, for Practicum, submit all our requirements and our preceptors' requirements. And this is also where, when the time comes to log in hours, this is where we log in hours as well, here in hours tracking. So this is what I was talking about, the agreement intake form. This is what I had submitted on October 16th. And right here it says, please do not submit your site prospector until your agreement intake form has been confirmed. So this is what I've been waiting on, but finally confirmed. Also, I had submitted the professional liability insurance, because we do have to get that. And then I had put in my resume as well. So basically all I have left to submit is up here, the site prospector. And then let me go down. The acknowledgement form, the release of information, and then my MSN capstone project proposal plan. And then from there, I could go down to ready for review and submit everything for approval. So, what a relief, y'all. What a relief. All right, okay, bye. Hey, y'all. Happy Monday. Whoop, 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 whoop. So, I figured I would give you guys an update since my last video, because I was like so elated and everything. And like, it's literally been a roller coaster ride since that last video. So I'm gonna let you guys know what's been going on and just like, you know, where I'm at today as of right now. So yeah, so the last video, I think I was telling you guys that like the first step of the Practicum Preceptor approval process, like it went through. So they were telling me to fill out a bunch of forms with that, which I believe I showed you guys in the video. So I filled out all those forms and everything, and I submitted it, because the steps is like you fill out those forms. I think I told it to you guys the wrong way, but you fill out those forms and then the site prospector form, and then the school has to approve the site prospector form. And then after that, they send the email to the preceptor, then she does something on her end, or they do something on their end. And then from there, the school will give the okay, and then they'll send me an email like, hey, you're now ready to review. And then I fill out the ready to review form for the final approval. So yeah, so like I got the first step done. Like I said, I filled out the documents, and the same day, this one guy from the Practicum support team was like, so we won't be able to go forward with your request right now because your preceptor has another student. Once they don't have a student and have an open schedule, you can give us the okay, and then we'll process your site prospector form and everything else. And I'm like, I'm like, yo, it's always something. So then like last week, like after that, I was telling the preceptor, I'm like, hey, they said once you don't have a student, like, you know, then it's okay to start. So she was like, okay, I'll let you know. So then last week I was working on my one class. Like I was literally down to 2 classes. It's 2 classes and then practicum. So I was trying to get one done, because I'm like, all right, you know, I'm trying to finish everything by, you know, December, because that's when the billing period ends, and I'm not trying to pay for another billing period. So I'm like, you know, let me hurry up and do this. And the preceptor, she sends me a message like, hey, can you start on Saturday? And I'm like, I can't start on Saturday. Like, I'm still in 2 classes, and you could only have one class. You can only take 2 classes at a time, and you can only have one class open with capstone. So I'm like, I need to finish my one class first before I could even start. And I'm like, do you want to process the paperwork in the meantime? Like, let them know that you're going to be available on Saturday. And she was like, no, only when you're ready to start. Basically, it wasn't those exact words, but it was basically like that. And I'm like, it's always something. So I was like in grind mode. I'm like, I gotta finish this class. So anyone in the MSN leadership and administration program, I'm taking 6216, which is finance and operations management, and then 6218, which is leading for the future in healthcare or something like that. So I'm like, all right, one that I could finish really, really quickly is probably the leadership one in healthcare, because I'm like, the finance one is going to be a whole bunch of hoopla. So I was like, all right. And like, I was submitting papers back to back, y'all. And I have a professor who takes the full 48 hours to grade. So that was very torturous, because I'm like, yo, I need to, like, my preceptor, like, I don't want her to replace me. Like, you know, I need to do this. So, so yeah, so then midweek, the preceptor, I think it was last week Wednesday, the preceptor messaged me again, like, hey, is there a way that you can finish your class on Thursday? And I'm like, even if I do like submit all my stuff, there's no way that I'm finishing the class on Thursday. I'm like, I have 2 papers that I submitted already from previous days that my professor hasn't graded, and she takes a full 48 hours to grade. I'm like, so she's like, I cannot finish on Thursday. I can hand in everything by Thursday, but I'm not finishing. So she's like, okay. I'm like, I'll let you know next week when I could start. She was like, okay. So Friday I handed in my last assignment, the PowerPoint, and surely enough, she wasn't grading over the weekend, because they're not obligated to, but some professors, they do, because it's 48 business hours that they're supposed to grade by. And so today I was chilling. I'm like, she's probably going to grade tomorrow, and then I'll let the preceptor know. I looked through my email and I see like, oh, PowerPoint was graded. I was like, Y'all, when I tell you I closed that class out so fast, I was like, oh my gosh, it's here. I can finally start. I can finally start capstone. Like, what? So I literally probably like 10 minutes ago texted the preceptor. I was like, I just closed out the class. I am ready to start. Yes. So she just messaged me back like, hey, we can start on Friday. So she's gonna do on her end what needs to be done, and hopefully like all that like goes through. The only thing that I'm nervous about, because Capella plays games, let me tell you guys. So previously, I've been seeing this for years. Mind you guys, I've been in the program since November 2022. You're allowed to take capstone and another class at the same time and have it open at the same time. I've seen people have the 6218, which I just completed, open with capstone. I've seen people have 6216, which I currently have open. The finance class, I've seen other classes that they had open with capstone. So lately, I don't know if I said, but I follow like different Facebook groups for Capella. Some students, 2 students so far, have complained about like, hey, I thought we were allowed to take a class with capstone. I'm not able to register for the course. And like, you know, I commented like, hey, do you know if that's like for real? So the one girl said she would contact her academic advisor. I sent an email at 7 a.m. to my academic advisor. Y'all, it's like 6 p.m. I still ain't heard back from her. But I'm like, I need to clarify, because I'm like, if that's the case, like, I'm going to need to grind and finish that one class this week. And even then, the professor that I have, they said that she takes 48 hours as well. So I'm like, I'm going to be in grind mode, y'all. Because I'm like, if homegirl wants to start, I'm calling her homegirl. If my preceptor wants to start on Friday, I need to be done. And she said, like, we can get you done in 7 days. And I'm like, whoo, glory. Wouldn't it be good to be done before even December? Hello? Like, MSN? What? Okay. So I'm just praying. I am praying to God that I could take capstone and the other class at the same time. Like, when I looked at my academic plan, and I usually show you guys the updates, so I'll show you like what percentage I am right now and how it looks. But when I went on my academic plan, I just wanted to test the waters. So I went to like, for capstone, it says start now. So I click start now. It opened up the different professors and show which professors are open for capstone. And I'm like, okay, so it took me this far, so maybe I can, register at the same time as taking the other class. But listen, y'all, I got 4 papers to do in like 4 days if I'm trying to get this done. Like, it's freaking wild. But yeah, that is my update, y'all. Like, your girl is really like the final stretch, the stretchiest of stretch. Okay, like, this is the final countdown to MSN. Like, we're almost there. I can taste it, these sweets. So yeah, guys, that is my update. I'll let you guys know. Maybe, I don't know if I'll post this one this week. I should, because I haven't given you guys an update in like almost a month. So maybe I'll just post this, and then the next vlog will talk about the outcome of all that. But yeah, guys, that's my update. So keep your girl in your prayers. Like, we're really trying to get this done, okay? So if you like this video, give it a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Y'all, look at that. Where is it? 82%. Yes, sir. So, as you can see, current requirements. This is the finance class I was telling you guys about. And then capstone / practicum. And as you can see, it says right here, starting now. Like, I could click it, and then it'll show me like the list of professors and stuff. But I can't actually register until the site is approved. So I did submit what my preceptor said to submit. And yeah, now I wait until everything gets approved and I could start. Yay!